I'm running this beautiful 5 days challenge. It's almost a cherry on the top of everything that I've done so far. It's called From Trance to Tranquility, so from Ibtila to complete Sakina. And I want to personally invite you to it. I want you also to understand how important it is, not only to me, but also to you to understand how to grow spiritually, how to raise your spiritual resilience with the comfort, with knowing that you're doing it in the right way, in the halal way, you're pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala before you're pleasing anybody else, and you're doing it in a clinical way, and you're not following any steps which can prevent you from mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you're not jeopardizing your akhirah. Those things are so important to us. I don't have to explain that to you. So so why this challenge from trance to tranquility? Well, because I meet so many of you being stuck in this place, not knowing what's going on. And I tell you the secret, you're always going to go through ibtila, tests and tribulations, challenges, obstacles in your life. There's always going to be something. There will be a period where you're breathing with your full lungs and things, they sort of falling into the right place. And if you not prepare yourself, if you not brace yourself, if you don't prevent yourself from what's coming, then you're going to go into shock. Very often spiritual shock. And then when you need a therapist, and then when you need your guides and your prayers and your dua and your sadaqah, and which is all good because that is in the essence how it works. That is in the essence the reason why we're experiencing ibtila. But there is something of an inner process that should happen for majority of us, and it doesn't. And that's why we keep on coming back to ibtila, because we have to, but also we keep on coming back unprepared. So the benefit of managing ibtila, of knowing how to keep yourself in spiritually a fulfilling but also growing state, um, it's so important, so important. It's very often soul-saving experience, tools, and strategies, because it's not necessarily about just five pillars of Islam that builds your spiritual resilience. It keeps it going. It keeps it going, and it gives you respite when you need of that in one-to-one with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But there's more that should be happening. There's more that should be happening with you. So, if you're serious about your wellness, Afia, if you're serious about the concept of self-responsibility, what I'm going to say to you will have a meaning. And inshallah, I know you are that person. So first of all, emotional healing. That's what's going to happen to you if you know how to navigate through spiritual resilience, because that's what's happening. We all sort of becoming stronger and wiser and more mature and more independent. No fatigue, no distress, no sorrow, no sadness, no hurt, no distress befalls on you as a Muslim, even if there was a prick and you receive from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala a reward, meaning he expires from you some sins. So that is first benefit. You see, you very often it feels like we're dying. Very often it feels like we're losing out. We're lonely, but in fact, it is the process of transformation. So emotional healing means that you're going to leave some particles of you, hopefully sins, behind, and you're going to move into higher self-awareness, but also higher level of self-protecting yourself, drawing those beautiful boundaries in relationships. So next time you're not going to go through next ibtila with such a difficulty. Another thing that's going to happen to you if you know how to grow out of ibtila is you're going to build the resilience. So do you think that you will enter paradise without trials, as those who passed away before you? And that's in Surah Baqarah 214. So there is that hadith which also says that if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sees you and he acknowledges your deeds and he thinks that you could do better in terms of your akhirah, he's going to throw at you ibtila. And the Prophet ﷺ, he confirmed that as well. He said, those who are most beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they're going to be tested the most. But you know, this test is not just for you to stay and create a victimhood mentality. This ibtila is there for you to raise from literally sometimes ashes and for you to understand what it is that spiritual resilience in Islam represents for you. It is stronger in your mindset, it is being stronger in your soul, but also stronger in relationship with Allah and other people. And so if you have those tools, if you have those keys to managing ibtila, that's what's going to happen to you. Now, your spiritual growth will also be enhanced if you know the techniques of spiritual resilience in Islamic psychology. And those, they are sort of path to elevating you into higher realms of your own spirituality. We all have higher realms of spirituality. And if we know how to walk the path of ibtila, then you know Quran becomes alive, like, and whoever fears Allah and keeps his duty to him, he will make a way for him to get out from any difficulty. So if you know how to keep the contract with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and there will be a video where I will talk about contract with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and there will be time when you can read about it as well. But for now, if you know how to keep the contract, how to honor the contract with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then your spiritual growth will just go higher and higher, just like it happened for many prophets. Now, it will also improve your self-awareness. There's no way you embracing ibtila after ibtila as the same person. Just think about it. You're always changing. You're always becoming a different person. And the comfort of being more wise and mature and more independent in this life is not coming without a bill. You know, you're going to be taxed for that. This is a risk. This is the ni'mah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that you're growing into somebody closer to him and somebody closer to your true potential too. So that will come with ibtila, right? Um, but self-awareness always in Islam should bring you to two concepts, meaning self-parenting, we call it tarbiyah, and self-purification, spiritual purification, we call it tazkiyah. Again, there will be moments when I will talk about it, but not in this video. That is the benefit. That is the halawato of ibtila, the sweetness of ibtila, if you know how to go through it. And for most, what's so important to us is relationships. If you know how to read the ayats in your ibtila, if you know how to extract the wisdom from those ibtilas, if you know how to not take it personally, yet take it spiritually on board, then the believer is the in the mutual kindness, compassion, and sympathy are just like one body. That will become reality, this hadith. When one of the limbs suffers, the whole body responds with weakness and fear. So that's what we're going to create. You're going to create very close relationships with others, but not from the place when you're going to make yourself vulnerable, or where you're going to let other people cross your boundaries, cross your limits, take advantage. There's going to be that beautiful balance of giving and taking, because you will grow into self-love and self-compassion and self-empathy. And then, you know, naturally, nobody else is going to have any other chance but be with you based on those feelings: empathy, compassion, and rahmah. So your relationships are going to improve. Your mental health, your spiritual health, and your spiritual fulfillment, they're also going to increase immensely if you know how to manage through your ibtila. So with that being said, I hope to see you there. We're starting on 3rd of June, and for 5 days, me personally, in the WhatsApp group, I'm going to lead you day in, day out, homework after homework, reflection after reflection, maybe vulnerability after vulnerability. I'm going to hold your hand and I'm going to show you, I'm going to prove you, I'm going to discover with you, for you, what is your highest potential in the spiritual resilience, which is somewhere there. It is somewhere there, but inshallah, it just takes time and understanding, and I would say proven tools. Um, for you to tap into. And I'm happy to give them away to you, for you and for your loved ones. Please invite others as well if you think they can benefit from it this June, inshallah. I see you there. And salam alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.